Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be completely talking about price action. Now, even before you add an indicator to your chart, it's very important you learn price action. It should be one of the first things you should learn before even adding any indicator to your chart. So in this video, I'm going to be laying down a detailed explanation. Now, first of all, let's get the word price action. Now this right here is price, and when we see price goes up, price come down, this is basically candles. So you can also call the candlestick itself price. And if you now look at the other word action, now what is action? Action is the process of doing something, right? So we are noticing how the price is moving. So you can also call it price action, price movement, price behavior. It still means the same thing. Now you need to get one word: price behavior. So there's obviously a way that the market moves. Now we're going to be laying down the foundation until we get to the very top of it. Now the basic foundation of price movement is an uptrend, a downtrend, or a consolidation. Now when we say a car is moving, it's either the car is moving slow or the car is moving fast. It's either one of these two things. This is exactly the same thing in the market. Now there are points where the market could be moving slow, and there's points in the market where the market could be moving fast. Now that right there is going to depend on the session of the market. Remember, we're studying about price movement. Each price movement and each price behavior differs in in different pairs. If you watch the last, second to the last video, you heard me say that whenever there is crisis in the society, gold tends to move a lot. That is a behavioral pattern for gold. In something like GBP/USD moves a lot during the New York session or the London session, but during the Asia session and the Sydney session, it doesn't move. That's a behavioral pattern. And another pair like AUD/USD, which is an Asian session pair, a Sydney session pair, and a New York session pair, because of Australian dollar is Sydney session obviously, and the US dollar is the New York section. So AUD/USD can move very well within the nighttime and the daytime. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the UK time, if you're wondering what I'm saying. So if this is switched off for you, you could just basically put everything I said in your own time. Now the first step to price action is to know the pair you're trading. So if you're trading GBP/USD, you know what happens within that time. If you're trading NZD/USD, you should know what happens between that time. So now before we get into the charts, I want to talk about the major two things you're going to be using the charts to find the direction of the market. All strategy basically use this thing. Now what I'm basically talking about is support and resistance, and also key levels. Now why some strategies are even better than others is because they could easily give out those key levels, support and resistance in the market. Now you might be asking, what is support and resistance? Now let me put it this way: the floor and the ceiling. Like if I were to bounce a ball on the ground, what will happen? The ball will come up, right? So that's basically what support is. And let's say if I were to carry a ball and throw it up in a concrete ceiling, what will happen? The ball will obviously come down, right? So this is basically how support and resistance is. The only thing is to find those points and mark them up. Now all support and resistance strength are not equal. That's one thing you should know. You can't compare the durability of a wooden floor to compare with a concrete floor. The durability are not the same. So it's basically the same thing here. Some support are strong, some support are weak. Now there are two major ways that this support and resistance could really appear. It could be either in the formation of a trend or in a very static point, and those ones right there are the ones that can completely change a trend. But the support and resistance that happens when a trend is that supports a trend is not strong in comparison to those static support and resistance that are at a particular point. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm saying. Now if you could see right here, there's a little bit of support and resistance that is happening here. Now if you've not gotten it yet, or if you've not seen it yet, let me point things out for you. So now this right here is a resistance point. So let's look at what happened here. Price reacted off of it, and we could see exactly what happened. It broke it, came to retest it. Still the same thing that happened here. Broke it, came to retest it, had a problem here. You could see that right there. You could see a staircase thing that is happening here. Now that brings us to how a trend normally forms. The market doesn't just go up straight up like that. Now this is basically how a trend forms. Support and resistance is all what makes a trend. It's all what moves the market. So now I've really showed you like a trend support and resistance, let me show you like a static, strong point support and resistance. Now if you want to find out those heavy points of support and resistance, what you need to do is that you need to go to the higher time frame of the current time frame you're in. Now this support and resistance we're going to draw is points where the market can likely reverse. It's not like a building block of how price is going up or how price is going down. This is a case where the market could easily reverse. So currently I'm in like the 4-hour time frame. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to daily time frame, because that's the next time frame after that. So I'm going to put my phone on landscape mode and try to see those points that market has reacted to. So what you're going to do is that you're going to get like your tools. Where are those things? From here, try to mark those points up. Now we could see something happening at this point in the market. It seems like price is breaking it, but we still need to watch it, because price could still just do those fake out things and go and return to those points. Now we have to mark those points up. This is another point right here. This is another point right here. So right here, I've already marked out those static support and resistance, those heavy points of support and resistance. Oh Lord, let me just mark this point right here, this point right here. We've already marked out those points of support and resistance, and what we can do right now is that we can go back to the time frame we're using. Now if we're to be in the 1-hour time frame, we could go to the 4-hour time frame to find out those points. So right here on the 4-hour time frame, we mark this up from the the 1-day time frame. Now basically with this, you know how to trade price action.
So if you get this video to 35 likes, I'm gonna be dropping the episode 2 of this video.
So if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like. If you know you're part of the family, make sure you hit the red subscribe button. With that being said, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.